Hi everybody, and my name's Quinn, also known as BeastTwo-nado, here to share with you some awesome progress I've made on my Hello Neighbor multiplayer game. This is the farthest I've gone with any of my multiplayer games, but I've also attempted to make this game multiple times before, and it just so happens that this specific time I've gone pretty far inside of the development already within the past few days. I started this about 4 days ago, and I promptly convinced myself that if I completed this, it would probably be the best project I've made, and almost immediately after I proved myself right. I've been having a lot of fun making the project, and really that's been what's keeping me going. There's not even a crazy amount of systems that have been completed, but the main chunk of time that I have spent has been on actually coding my own custom API in JavaScript to communicate game servers, which I've actually almost got UDP hole punching working. I'm still working on some vulnerabilities and just simply working out the API itself, but it is definitely seeming promising. But for now, I wanted to work on the actual game loop and what you and your friends can be doing inside of the game, so I took a break from the API and communication with that to work on purely the game itself. So right now we are actually on the server. This is a listen server, a peer-to-peer, which is why I need UDP hole punching. So as you can see, we can walk around and everything. The lighting is something I want to change, and I do want to change how the graphics are, because right now there is very obviously, as you can see, there is some upscaling going on, and there is some a lot of frame smearing, which I do not like. This is something that's built in with, this is something that's default with Unreal Engine, but I'm going to edit the lighting as we go farther down the line. But for now, I just made a night scene and give you a flashlight. Now, you have 4 different inventory slots. You can see there's a bunch of debug messages because I was making sure everything worked. But here we can go and we can grab an item. Right now it's just automatically attached to the socket in your hand. I don't have specific animations per item, but that's something that's coming up soon. But it does attach to your hand. You can throw it, and as you can see, it is replicated on the client. If I do the same thing on the server and I switch over here, you can see that the same thing is replicated. Everything is replicated. So anyway, let's go using the server to go over to the neighbor's house. Thing is, the neighbor is already coded, so I have to be kind of careful. The neighbor isn't perfect, definitely not even close, but he does exist. He's wandering around right now. The neighbor's house is just a work in progress right now as a default test map. The windows also, for some reason, are not fracturing. I don't know exactly why. That played the sound a lot more than I meant for it to, so we can ignore that. Actually, I know why it's doing that, so I could fix it. You can see me through the window of the neighbor's house right now. So let me just, just so you know, the longer that you hold on to the throw button on your item, the farther you'll throw it. Right now, I don't have a cap, as you can see, which is a little bit of an issue. But I'm actually keeping the cap. Don't mind that it played the sound again. I'm actually keeping the cap off for now for when me and my friends play the game. So the neighbor can actually navigate through doors. I'll show you how I did that in a second, but you can walk through doors, obviously, travel throughout the neighbor's house. If the neighbor sees you, he will get you. So I'm going to showcase that real quick. I'm going to see if I could find myself the crowbar and key. Absolutely. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. He's on my butt right now. I forgot about that. Temporary solution to him getting stuck. He jumps, and he jumps high. I just have it. I'm gonna keep that in the game. But I'm gonna rework how it works. Pretty much, the problem with how I implemented the doors is that it is really the best method. But if he sees you or changes states, meaning he tries to re-navigate his mesh while he's in the door still doesn't. The door still doesn't have a nav mesh in it, which is a massive issue. So like, the nav mesh does not go through the door, but the way that he navigates through it is through proxies. So if he happens to be outside the navigation mesh and going over one of those proxies, when he sees you, he'll try to navigate when he's not on the navigation mesh, and he won't be able to find a path, and he'll get stuck. So temporarily, if he gets stuck, I just have him, I check if he's stuck, and if he is, I just have him do a little jump, and then, yeah. So, I don't know what just happened with my inventory there. I wasn't really paying attention. So, obviously, things are a little scuffed right now, but I've got the base systems in and everything. Throw items. I'm just happy everything's replicating. Was it just me, or did you guys notice what I just saw too? when I picked up that item, it showed up in my hand, though it was not the one selected. Okay, so it seems like that's a problem. When it picks up, it automatically sets its visibility. It doesn't set its visibility to null. Well, not null, it's to false. So it looks like you're carrying it when you're not, and it looks like for some reason the inventory icons don't switch until you're some issues, because it calls the same function to update your inventory when you do pretty much all of these actions. So the reason it's not updating when you pick up versus everything else is a little confusing, but I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out eventually. Now, pretty much, as you can see, if you try to pick something up and you don't have inventory space, it's not going to do shit. So you got to throw something. Throw you the crowbar, I guess. You could take it. Pick up the box, you pick up the box, and the client's pretty much able to do everything that the server can do. But anyway, let's go over here real quick, and let's try and go into the door real quick. Let's just see if we can get the neighbor to go through the door. If we can, then I could showcase that. That'd be pretty cool. Hey, Mr. Neighbor, he's gonna see me. He's gonna chase me down. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna shut the door. There you go. What the fuck was he doing? What were you? I actually don't really know. Okay, I don't know what he was doing there. It looks like I definitely have a lot of kinks to work out with the AI, but I'm definitely happy with how things are coming out, simply because, you know, it is a lot of code and a lot of systems that I've been doing over the past few days to get everything to work. That raycast that you see there on the server side is actually a funny raycast that is just, if I remember correctly, to check if the neighbor can still see the player. I fire a raycast from the neighbor to the player. Right. I was about to say I fire a neighbor. I don't think I do that, but anyway, I fire a raycast from the neighbor to the player, and if it hits something in between them, then he obviously cannot see him anymore, and that's just that only is ran if if for some reason the chase AI movement gets aborted. Like an exception in the AI or something. But if you still could see him, obviously he still wants to chase. That's because he was losing interest even when he still saw you for some reason while he was chasing. So that was my fix. Was that if he still saw you, he would just run chase again, recalculate the movement towards you. He really likes going up on those faraway hills. I think I need to like reduce his navigation mesh size and add an invisible wall he can only interact with. So I go in here, he won't be able to get through the window. Alright, that time it worked pretty damn well. He saw me through the window, he navigated his way into the house, and he caught me. See, that's what we want to see, not whatever the neighbor was doing jumping before. I actually don't even know what caused that issue really, but, you know, I guess it happens, right? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this showcase of what I got done with the game so far. I'll showcase the API next time if I have time to work on it, but I think I'm going to actually just finish up this map a little bit. The reason that I'm actually working more on the map than I am on some of the systems is because I find myself completing all the big systems pretty early in development and then getting lazy when it comes to making maps, and that's what delays my game so much. So I decided that I wanted to kind of do everything at the same time just as I felt like it, and that seems to have helped with getting burnt out, is I just kind of do what I feel like. I have added crouching. There's one big issue, I don't really know what's causing it, is that if you, see, it's different when you're the client, you sink in the ground, which, I'm going to change the model anyway, eventually, for the player, so it's not too big of a deal. But if the client sits and moves on the ground, for some reason he starts jolting in the air. I really don't know exactly why his crouching makes him jolt in the air as soon as you move your camera. So that's just going to be some more troubleshooting, you know, as things always are. But anyway, take a sofa to the face or whatever this is, and I will see you all later.